Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to make a quick video and talk about this gun, this awesome Archon Type B. I wanted to make an update. This is about 600 rounds in. We have 3 matches under its belt. We have about 600 rounds through it. We've had some negatives, pros and cons to this gun. If you go back and watch some videos, you can hear all those pros and cons. We might mention them quickly, but we're not going to take a lot of time on that. But I just wanted to give you an update on where we are. I let my buddy borrow this to shoot the match. So the third match this one shot was him shooting it last Saturday. And I wanted to update you on it and show you some footage from his match where I filmed him shooting it. He did a great job. I'm very proud of him. I'm also proud of my other friend at Fun and Gun on the YouTube channel Fun and Gun. He shot and got first place Saturday. So just great to see my younger friends, the ones that, you know, I've got to be friends with over the years, doing so good at these competitions. I'm proud of them. But this gun has about 600 rounds through it, like I said. As far as the match goes, the only problem that he had on this match was one bullet did not go off when he pulled the trigger, and I think it was a bad round. It was just cheap ammo. And most of us use cheaper ammo anyway in the competition, so we're pretty sure that it wasn't nothing wrong with the gun at all. But yeah, he had one that did not go off, and he went to do a mag change, and I let him borrow. Basically had 2 15-round mags and 1 17-round mag, because I got 2 of these and 2 of these. And he went to change for his third mag and put the 17-round in, and he thought he didn't seat it all the way, and it threw him off. But nothing bad happened. It just kind of took some time for him. So that was not the gun's fault. I told him if he bought this gun or a gun like it, you know, have 3 of the same mag so it's not confusing like that. But yeah, the gun is doing great. It's been very reliable. Nothing shoots flatter than this thing. It's just amazing how flat this gun shoots. Nothing in my collection shoots flatter. I will say there's guns that probably shoot as flat or close, but nothing shoots flatter than this gun. Those of you that don't know, it has a special recoil system. The way its lockup is, it's just different than your standard tilting barrel design. The barrel stays flat, which is really cool. It makes the gun feel like it recoils softer because of that too, I think. But yeah, just awesome gun. And yeah, like I said, I'll show you some footage from that. The stipple job I did on this is perfect for performance shooting, concealed carry. Like, this looks really aggressive, but when you put it up against your skin, it doesn't really hurt. It's not that abrasive, where if you do rub a little bit, it's not that bad, but if you push down on it, it really bites in. So that's exactly what you want for performance or concealed carry. It works out great. I'm so happy I did that instead of trying to just change the stick-on grips that you can get with these things. The stipple job is way better in my opinion. We had some problems with the mag release in the first videos that we made. We've fixed those by grinding down this side to where when you grip the gun, your finger gets in the way. And I've even got small hands. Somebody with bigger hands would be even worse. And meatier hands would be worse. But so when you go to do a mag change and you're gripping the gun, you'd have to move that finger to press the button. But now, because I ground down this side, it's actually ground way down. So when you press it, you can still grip it and drop the mag. But before, when it came stock, it was not that way. There's also kind of a sharp edge here. I took some rubber washers, put them under these screws. I put it under this kind of this extender, and under the screw I put a rubber washer, and that kind of got rid of those harsh areas where it's kind of sharp in that area where it was milled out. So we fixed that problem. We've done a trigger job on this, so it went from about 5.5 pound trigger, which was a smooth trigger, but it was just heavy and a little bit, I'd say it was a little bit gritty. But we polished the parts. We did a little manipulation with the springs on the trigger return spring and the sear return spring. Nothing to do with the striker spring at all. I like to keep those stock. But we got it from about a 5.5 pound trigger to right at 4 pounds. When you pull this trigger, it feels way better than 4 pounds, but it is at 4 pounds. So just letting you guys know that this feels more like a 3.5, 3 pound trigger, and it's like a rolling brake. So even when the gun is not cocked, this has been safety checked, by the way. I checked it like 4 times. But when you don't cock it and you run the trigger, it's about the same as if it's cocked. So if you cock it and pull it through, that feels almost identical to just pulling it like this. Whether you're pulling it like this or you're cocking it and pulling through and braking, it almost feels identical. There's it just adds such a little amount of weight because it's such a smooth, crisp brake. See if I can show you that. See? Like you can feel the wall, but not really much. It just shoots right there. I feel like that causes you to shoot more accurate shots when it's that way. When you have to really pull through that wall and really kind of get some grit in that wall, it'll cause you to throw shots off. But this kind of trigger is really good for accuracy. So, like I said, we've done some work to the recoil spring and kind of lightened it up a little bit to match the ported and slide cuts that are phenomenal. Justice 2 on this thing looks sweet. I mean, this package as a whole, I mean, nothing looks better on a striker fire gun. I mean, tell me of a polymer framed, polymer grip striker fire gun that looks better than that. Now, if you like a different color, you may say, well, this or that or the other. But if you like black guns, it's going to be hard to find a gun that looks better than that. You know, everything about it, the lines, the serrations, and most of this is stock, you know, besides the stipple job and the ports, and it's just a good looking gun. But yeah, I was proud of my friend shooting it. I wanted to give you an update. 600 rounds. Would I recommend this gun? If you can do a little things to guns and you're pretty handy, you know, don't get this gun thinking it's going to be your next concealed carry and just grab it and put it in your holster and take it to the, you know, carry it on your person the next day. Go shoot it some, make sure it works for you, make sure the mag release is working properly, make sure the trigger works for you, make sure that it's very reliable. And if it is those things, or if you need to tweak it some to get it there, do that. But I would absolutely recommend this gun for somebody that wants something that looks like it came straight out of a John Wick movie. I really do think it does look like that. I mean, I think this would go perfectly in a John Wick movie. And it's a phenomenal gun. Really cool. Completely different recoil impulse than most of your standard Glocks, M&Ps. Just feels completely different. And in my opinion, feels better than most of those. I have a P10C that has a lot of work done to it. And this one has more upgrades as far as what I've done to it than the Archon does. I've had this more years, so I have a bigger connection to this one. So I've kind of chosen if I'm going to get rid of one, because I had to think about it. If you're going to get rid of one, which one would you get rid of? Well, number one, this one has more time and effort and tuning put into it. I've got more rounds in this one. I've got more time on this one. I've carried it longer. And this one is not worth as much from a value standpoint as this one. So I was like, okay, I've got the experience with this one. I love this gun. I've got more sweat and tears and time on this one. I've carried it for years, and it's not worth as much. But, you know, it's just as beautiful, I think. But and this one is worth more. I can get more money out of it. I got less time on it. I've got less experience with it. I slightly prefer the trigger of the P10C after I've done a lot of work to it as well. So I would say this one's just a hair bit better as far as the trigger that I like. These triggers are almost identical in how good they are, but they're a little different in their personality. And so I slightly prefer the P10C's trigger for its, I guess for its reset and its wall. It's got a really light take up, whereas this is more like a rolling, heavy, smooth pull through. This one's got like a light take up and more like a really kind of defined, crisp wall that's not gritty at all. It's just real crisp. Just kind of barely prefer this trigger. So it was like, if I can't get much money out of this one, and I'm very sentimental toward this one, and have a lot of memories and work and custom trying to do things, get this where I want it to be, and I've got it where I want it, then why would I try to sell this one and not get much out of it when I can sell this gun and it's worth, more? You can sell it for more. So that's kind of what I decided to do. If I'm going to get rid of one, I'll probably get rid of this one. But as far as just pure looks and cool factor, I think most people, if you wasn't attached to either one of these guns, I think most people would say this is the cooler gun. And that's why I decided to get rid of it, because I'm attached to this gun. So they're so close and almost identical in so many ways. It was hard for me to decide, but it just makes sense to get rid of the gun. You can get more, that's got less rounds through it, less attachment to me, less experience with. So we might do that, but just wanted to update you guys. God bless. Have a great day. Please leave comments below. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the Archon, please let me know. I'll be glad to tell you the pros and cons that I've experienced with it in greater detail if you have more specific questions about it. Yeah, please support the channel, guys. Just watch my videos. That's how it supports the most. Right now we're finally monetized, so we can finally actually make a little money. I'm talking about $10 a month or something like that at the moment. So it's not much, but I would appreciate you guys watching my videos and giving your support. Have a nice day, and we'll catch you guys later.
Are you ready? Stand by.